And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd down, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Escaping the pressure. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw is Kaiser. He'll buy some time right. And that's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that
and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And you know, certainly a lot of football to be played. We're not into December yet, but
what is so funny?
We stand there, 1st place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals.
Are you okay,
Number
baby?
1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so you can grab as many home games as possible and try to get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
What the fuck? Is that a dick? God. That's crazy.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser.
Fuck no.
Yeah,
there's nothing new out here. Nothing, no new Wadas or nothing. Fucking. That was her? She ordered that? Or that looked like a guy in that? I don't know, but that looked like a guy in that suit.
1st down, here's the run to Montgomery. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
That big old fucking leathery dick.
3 yards in a cloud of dust. In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Montgomery.
Damn
and
it.
he's met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 15 and a 1st.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Lets it fly deep for Cobb.
Bruh, I'm so pissed. Why does it always happen?
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Calm down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just blast him, they blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Ohio! Let's go!
On second down, Kaiser again. Going for it all. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Well, it's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Kyle.
That was so stupid.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start the drive with Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Cousins now on second down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cousins on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On third down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a second down. They pitch it out to Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Cousins from the gun on third. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's got some space here.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now the Packers get set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the
touchdown, Packers! Ty Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well. I
love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
A second down throw for Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Clay Matthews in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing, Cousins. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brad Wing now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure...
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because... This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Clay Matthews in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Now he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Packers offense is ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They go play action. Kaiser. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Of course.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. They have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, Kaiser.
Oh my God, Kaiser. That was a fucking... Ah!
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action now. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Brad Wing now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. Why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go.
What was that?
Kaiser from the gun on 3rd.
What?
Hang on to it through the contact.
Just wipe on my head.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football.
God damn it, I just fucking fucked that all up.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Damn it.
Return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over great field position. 1st and 10.
Yes, dummy.
On 1st and 10.
Wee raspberry.
And he'll get it inside
The
the 40
wee
to the 39. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
I figured that was already in effect.
Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. This is caught inside the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards. At this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They begin the drive with Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe,
what do you need?
There are times this game is about
Attorney,
patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I'm just going to say maybe that gives blitz coming, and down he goes. Ben Gideon coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. They'll throw here. Kaiser on the crossing route, complete. That's Doyle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt the defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The umbilical cord's like the belly button, right?
And that makes us 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser.
Damn, boy. What's the going rush 2?
He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
What did you say? No child of mine's gonna have a tail.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack,
you tell them no. Right. No tails, okay? No. Kids not having a tail. Yeah, dude.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Following the interception, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Gotta love the catch.
After this, I want you to play this Resident Evil game. It's like a demo.
That was great, and they're fun.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing.
1 minute what? Fiji? Okay. Do you want me to make you some French toast sticks? Or what do you want?
Need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
I don't know.
Here's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Good.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
3rd and long for Cousins. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He finds his target, Fuller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Mike Daniels. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Yeesh. That's what's coming in
Cousins with work to
crazy.
do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They go play action. Cousins. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
Oh,
And they'll bring him down at the
he's standing
13-yard
right there.
line.
See him. He's
He
fine.
wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Flush to his right. And Thielen's got it.
Damn it,
Touchdown,
Thielen.
Vikings.
Fucking cocksucker.
Adam Thielen. His 3rd touchdown now on
Say
the
what?
year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Janikowski adds the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Let's go. 1-9.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser.
Kaiser, you suck.
Incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw, Kaiser. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete.
That's a
And
first
he's able to
down.
get it to the 33.
That's a first
Good
down.
enough for a first down.
Let's go.
Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively,
Let's
they burn
go.
it here with
That's a first
1:51
down.
left. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
God, bro, I hate this game.
A big play there.
That's so fucking good.
And even 60 yards.
I don't play it all the time, man.
Where you lean on your stars, get the ball to them in open space, let them do
dumb.
what they do.
So
How about this for a change in field position from inside the 10? Here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete.
Yes!
Now the ball comes
Good
loose.
strip.
And this is going to be Packer football. And they were hoping
Feeling
to
the
get
bun.
the score and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, stand together, and get it done.
So for Green Bay, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week.
I'm up right now. What do you want to eat, man?